Well, hello there. I think the journey's finally at its end for this video. Let's just go back a little bit.
Create a perfectly functioning society, an impossible society where everybody's needs are met. Even when humanity does wrong, God himself flies down and says, hey, it's cool. That's not how the world works. That's how the world works in the mind of a cult member. I don't see what Trek are not smart enough. All it proves is that Gene Roddenberry was a cult leader.
Does be wrong if God is cool times gives Picard and therefore the
Hey.
no
Yokels who just butt into other species' business because we're bored. It's the face of a human utopia. Once we have all the power and all the technology and all the freedom, then we become entitled yokels who just butt into other species' business because we're bored.
Oh, yeah, I was way off. I had to rewind.
Time of death. Stardate.
no Q, all-knowing, all-powerful creature within the universe of the show.
Could I also mention the fact that even though, once again, this is a comedy situation, it is 3-on-1, and it is treated exactly like a real 3-on-1 conversation. Even though he's still doing a shitty job for being like, yeah, it's 3-on-1, but he still is doing a horrible job of defending Star Trek.
Who several times gives Picard, and therefore the Federation way of life that he represents, his official seal of approval. How can anything that the crew does be wrong if God is cool with it?
Ew.
Q never says, oh, the Federation is the greatest thing that'll ever. They said that one day humanity might be able to become something possibly even greater than them. He didn't say, oh, you're the best thing that ever. No, he basically told them that he's gonna keep fucking with them. And he's never really gonna respect them because they're tiny little bugs compared to fucking Q. Like, Jesus Christ.
Really don't want to pay for our meals. I think it's making me smarter.
Not smart enough. All it proves is that Gene Roddenberry was a cult leader.
Explain yourself.
Okay, he created a perfectly functioning society, an impossible society where everybody's needs are met. Even when humanity does wrong, God himself flies down and says, hey, it's cool. That's not how the world works. That's how the world works in the mind of a cult member.
I don't see what Trekkies have in common with...
I am guard 48, and this is guard number 20.
That's right.
And there it is! Actual comedy! Holy fuck! Through the whole thing, there it is. They compare Trekkies to a cult. Yeah, that's kind of funny, but actually comparing the whole idea of, like the whole Star Trek mythology, if you want to call it, no, it's kind of against religion for the most part. It's kind of about mostly debunk, especially when they're talking about the first two fucking Star Treks. It's all about taking the mysticism out of things for the most part. Fucking in the first in an episode, they had an animated Star Trek series. The original series there, not the original because it's animated, mind you, but they had an episode where they literally met the fucking devil, and they said, oh, the devil's just a fucking alien. So bullshit that fucking Star Trek is like, oh, it's a religion, and it's saying that the Starfleet way of life is the 100% way to go. No, there are lots of problems with the Starfleet way of life. Next Generation, they end up taking a fucking, a native community's fucking land away. And they don't portray it like they're the nice guys. They portray it like it's a breakdown of fucking negotiations. Or, I'm not even remembering that fucking episode right. But I know it's not fucking Feder... Did I say Federate? Fuck is Federate? Fuck, this is exhausting, man. They don't say that they are 100% the good guys. They're trying to... It's like almost every show ever until we get into nowadays where it's like bleak drama and there are no actual fucking good guys. Yeah, they always had fucking heroes going on fucking heroes. You gonna say fucking Power Rangers is a cult too because Zordon fucking supports what the fucking Power Rangers do? Oh, they go and do shitty Power Rangers things and then God Zordon comes down and fucking says it's all okay. Maybe it's all okay because it actually is okay and they portray it in the episodes that they are the right side and that they have to actually portray that argument rather than just say it. And there are some stupid episodes. Fuck. It's like the one where Riker becomes a fucking Q. Yeah, that's right. They get to become a fucking god. Wow, the stupid episode might actually disprove this thing. Okay. There's a stupid episode where Riker becomes a Q. And he does stupid things like, well, first off, the whole point of it was he wanted to save a little girl that he couldn't save. And so he does. And then they kind of end up dropping that because he ends up getting mad with power and like, oh, humans can't handle this power. And so they end up just kind of eating their own tail, I guess. It didn't change the fact that it was still a good thing to fucking save the little girl, and I don't think they killed her off when they took his powers away. Like they made all the other things go back, but they didn't go, oh, well, you know, take the fucking powers away. But right there, it's like, if it was like a religious show, it would be like, oh, well, you're the 100% power in the universe. Therefore, you would get the ultimate Q power, and you would know how to wield it. But the lesson in that episode was we didn't know how to wield it. And I didn't even agree with that. I thought it was a stupid fucking episode. But that shows right there the fucking Next Generation was not saying they were the ultimate good. That is like probably one of the best examples of that. They were given ultimate power and said, no, we're not allowed to have it. Because we're just not ready. Like, fuck.
It's an inspiring vision. But then again, so was that comet that was supposed to take everyone to heaven. And Scientology.
Sign what now? No. No,
Never
impossible.
heard of Scientology.
I've heard of it. It's like a science show, right?
Yeah. Actually, it's science fiction. You would like it.
It's about a few simple rules that could help form a perfect utopia. Just if we can overcome the evil aliens trying to thwart us.
I think Beck's won. Wow! I am like super down for this. What do I do?
You know what? You paid, so I will do you a favor and set you up with one of their reps. It's called an e-reading. It's very exclusive.
You're a good friend. Wait, I don't have to read a lot of it, do I?
No, you don't have to read it all. They do all the reading for you.
You're a good friend.
And that's the end.